After the latest situation at Celtic with on and off the pitch issues, speculation has come out that Rodgers' contract could be terminated. We will discuss this story in today's video, whilst going over all the latest Celtic news from the last 24 hours.
But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content.
Brendan Rodgers insists that it's in Celtic's DNA to play the kind of football he's trying to implement, a fast, attacking brand built on possession and control. But at what point does that become an excuse not to adapt? The manager's comments after the 3-1 defeat at Tynecastle have left many fans unconvinced. Rodgers said, "The approach, I think, when you're at a club like Celtic, people talk about plan A, plan B, but Celtic is a club whose DNA is about playing football. We'll never lose that. When we play to that identity, it's totally different. It's a different DNA here at Hearts. The ball's direct. The supporters love that. It's a second ball fight. It's set pieces, all that. Celtic hasn't become a winner in that way. Our DNA is to play a fast attacking game of football, whatever the system is. The systems are relevant. You can play whatever system you want, but your style of football and the style of Celtic is fast attacking football. That all sounds good in theory, but in practice, Celtic's football this season has been anything but fast or attacking. It's been slow, predictable, and painfully side to side, and it's not getting results, with the champions already 8 points off the pace. Rodgers has switched formations this season, but only when his team are 2 goals down and chasing a game. Against Hearts, even that didn't happen. The wrong changes came too late, and the play remained flat. Last season, we saw Rodgers use a clever tactical setup away to Ross County, where Celtic won 4-1 with dynamic, flexible movement and energy. But he only did that because he was forced into it through injury. And while Rodgers preaches about Celtic's attacking DNA, it's hard to ignore that the squad he has right now simply isn't built for that style. Too many players are underperforming or don't fit his system, described by Brendan as being like a Honda Civic. The very best managers evolve. Pep Guardiola has redefined football multiple times at Barcelona, Bayern, and Manchester City, constantly adapting his tactics to suit the players at his disposal. If Rodgers truly is an elite manager, as many still claim, then now is the time to prove it. Celtic don't need empty talk about DNA, they need adaptability, invention, and results. Because if Celtic had gone long and direct at Tynecastle and won, no fan would have cared how on brand it was. They'd have said fair play to the manager for doing what was needed to get the job done. Now for the main story, as Celtic could terminate Brendan Rodgers' contract following a series of poor results and internal clashes with the board, according to Football Insider. Rodgers' side fell to a 3-1 defeat against Hearts on the 26th of October, leaving them 8 points behind the league leaders after just 9 games. With only 2 wins in their last 7 matches, fan frustration and protests have intensified, and pressure on the manager is growing. Sources have revealed that behind-the-scenes disagreements between Rodgers and senior board members, including over transfers and strategy, have strained relationships to breaking point. Former Manchester United and Blackburn scout Mick Brown told Football Insider, "Nothing would surprise me at Celtic at the moment. It's been a really poor season both on and off the pitch, and the fans aren't impressed. Their results haven't been good enough, and after losing to Hearts, they're beginning to fall behind in the title race. If you're the Celtic manager and you're not winning the league, there's going to be a lot of pressure. I've no doubt they're watching him closely, and if he can't turn it around, they might have a huge decision to make." Brown added that Rodgers' relationship with the board has deteriorated due to unmet demands and disagreements over player recruitment. Another thing that isn't helping is the clashes with the board. He's demanding things they haven't delivered, so there's a disconnect. He may well be pointing to the results and saying this is happening because he hasn't been given what he asked for. It wouldn't surprise me at all if he was let go before the end of his contract. Football Insider previously reported that Rodgers could walk away from Celtic at the end of the season when his contract expires, but current tensions could accelerate that timeline. Amid growing unrest, Football Insider also claims that Ange Postecoglou, recently sacked by Nottingham Forest after just 5 games, is being considered as a potential replacement. Postecoglou remains highly regarded at Parkhead after his successful spell between 2021 and 2023, with protests continuing, inconsistent performances, and mounting off-field tension, Celtic now face a defining decision: back Rodgers through the crisis or end his second spell at the club before it collapses further. In other news, Ryan Lee has been appointed referee for Celtic's midweek Premiership meeting with Falkirk at Celtic Park on Wednesday night. It will be his fifth Premiership match of the season and his first time officiating a Celtic fixture. The referee, who made his top-flight debut last term, has steadily climbed the ranks after several years handling Championship and League One games. He'll be assisted by Ross McLeod, AR1, and David Dunn, AR2, while Grant Irvine takes charge of VAR duties with Gary Hilland as AVAR. Celtic go into the game under pressure following back-to-back league defeats, having lost 3-1 at Tynecastle on Sunday after a shock 2-0 defeat to Dundee the week before. Wednesday's visitors, Falkirk, are in impressive form. They've suffered just one defeat in their last 5 against league leaders Hearts, and have drawn with both Hibs and Rangers while picking up wins over Motherwell and Dundee. That run has lifted the Bairns to 6th place on 12 points, just 5 behind Celtic, who are desperate to stop the rot and get their title defence back on track. The two sides met earlier this season in the League Cup at Celtic Park, where Brendan Rodgers' side ran out winners. But with injuries mounting and confidence fragile, this one could be a far trickier test for the champions. Celtic have won just 2 of their last 5 competitive games, battling from behind in both against Motherwell and Sturm Graz, while defeats to Braga, Dundee and Hearts have left fans demanding a response on Wednesday night. In other news, Brendan Rodgers' post-match remarks have raised eyebrows among supporters after he appeared to contradict his own earlier assessment of winger Sebastian Tunekti. Following Celtic's 3-1 defeat to Hearts at Tynecastle, Rodgers was asked why he had substituted Tunekti, arguably the team's brightest performer on the day, when his side were chasing the game. The 23-year-old had caused problems for the Hearts' defence on the left wing, but was replaced by Michel-Ange Balikwisha, who has struggled to make an impact since joining the club. When questioned about whether Tunekti could be moved to the right flank to stay on the pitch, Rodgers was firm in his response. No. Never. He's a left-sided player. He doesn't play off the right. He doesn't enjoy playing there and doesn't want to play there. He's a left-sided player. That stance, however, directly contradicts Rodgers' own words when Tunekti signed for Celtic earlier this year, when he described the player as a quick, clever winger who can operate on both sides, creating opportunities for himself and others. The conflicting comments have left fans wondering who is really making the signings at Celtic and whether Rodgers is being fully informed about player profiles.
What do you think of what we discussed in today's video? Let us know down in the comments section below. Make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.